Hello students, in our previous session we had learned prime factorization. Let us solve the question related to prime factorization. Let me find the prime product of 32. To find that, I have to keep dividing the given number with the prime number starting from the lowest prime number. This is exactly divisible by 2. So 16 times, once again it is divisible by 2, 8 times, 4 times, 2 times, 1 time. Therefore 32 is 2 multiplied 5 number of times, or I can write this as 2 raised to the power 5, and this is read as, I'll write it here to be read as 2 raised to the power 5. This particular concept, 2 raised to the power 5, you will learn it in class 7th in the chapter exponents. If you can remember, in yesterday's session I had told you another way of representing the factorization. 32 is written as 2 multiplied to 16, then 16 is written as 2 multiplied to 8, 8 is written as 2 multiplied to 4, and the 4 is written as 2 multiplied to 2. This particular way of writing is a tree diagram for factorization, and 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, 2 multiplied 5 times is the prime product. If there is a question like find prime factorization of 102, I can write 102 as product of 2 multiplied to 51. This 51 is not divisible by 2. 5 plus 1 is 6, so it is divisible by 3. 3 is 17 times, and this 17 is a prime number. Therefore 102 is the product of 2 into 3 into 17. This is called as prime product or product of primes. Using this prime factorization, we can find the highest common factor. For that, we have to follow certain rules. I'll be telling you what are the steps involved in finding highest common factor by using prime factorization method. The first step involved is we have to find prime factorization of each of the given number. Second step is the product of all common prime factors will be the highest common factor of the numbers. How do we do that? To understand these two steps, we must take some example and we have to solve. Let me give a question like find the highest common factor of 'I will write in short way HCF, find the highest common factor of 14 and 8 by using prime factorization method. as the first step tells us that we have to find the prime products of the given numbers separately. So I have to divide and get prime product of 14 as well as 8. Let me divide 14 first. 2 divides 14 7 times, and 7 is a prime number. 7 divides 7 one time. To divide 8, I'll start with the least prime number 2. 2 4 times is 8. 2 2 times is 4. 2 1 time is 2. Therefore, I can write 14 as 1 multiplied to 2 multiplied to 7, and 8 I will write it as 2 multiplied to 2 multiplied to 2. Actually, I can write into 1 also. Highest common factor is the product of lowest powers of the common factors to all the numbers. In this, what are the common factors? In the previous session, we have learned the common factors. We can find it out 1 and 2. HCF, as I said, it is the product of, let me mention it here, product of lowest powers of factors common to all numbers given. Therefore, here the highest common factor is 1 into 2, nothing but 2. Here 2 is having lowest power as 1. Here the power of 2 is 2 raised to the power 3. Here the power of 2 is 1. So I need to consider this particular number. So the highest common factor is 2. Let us solve some more questions so that there won't be any doubt related to prime factorization in finding highest common factor. Let me take different numbers this time to find highest common factor. So the question is to find the HCF of 9 and 27 by prime factorization method. So I need to find the product of primes for these two numbers, 9 and 27. This 9 is the product of 3 multiplied to 3. Once again, 3 divides 3 one time. So 3 divides 27 9 times. 3 divides 9 3 times. So 3 divides 3 by 1 time. Therefore, I got the result like 9 is 3 raised to the power 2 because 3 is multiplied 2 times. 27 is 3 raised to the power 3. Here, I have to find the highest common factor by choosing the common factor. Common is 3 here, and to the power, lowest power I have to take to the power 2. Here the lowest power is 2. Observe here 3 and 2. Which one is lowest? Lowest is 2. Therefore, highest common factor of these two numbers will be 9. Hope you must have understood it now. Now I want you to solve simultaneously along with me. If there is a question that highest common factor of 6 and 16 is to be found by prime factorization method, how do we do that? You can also start writing 6 and 16, find the prime product. I should not divide it by 6. Instead, I have to consider smallest prime number which divides the number. This is an even number, so it is divisible by 2. This number is also divisible by 2. 2 3 times, 3 1 time, 2 8 times, 2 4 times, 2 2 times, 2 1 time. So the prime product of 6 will be 2 multiplied to 3, and the prime product of 16 will be 2 multiplied to 2 multiplied to 2 multiplied to 2, nothing but 2 raised to the power 4. Now just observe the common here. The common is 2. Now I have to consider the power of this common factor, and I have to consider the power as the lowest power. So highest common factor of 6 and 16 will become 2 raised to the power 1, nothing but 2. Why did I write here 1? The reason is 2 is same as 2 raised to the power 1. There is yet another method to find the highest common factor. That method is considered to be easier one. Let's see what is that method is all about. The name of the method is division method. Finding highest common factor by prime factorization for large number is very convenient, not convenient, because it takes lot of time. The method of long division is more helpful for large number. We use the repeated division method for finding highest common factor of 2 or more numbers. To find highest common factor using division method, we do follow certain steps. What are the steps involved? The steps involved are, we have to first divide the large number by the smaller one. The second step is, if the remainder is treated as a divisor and the divisor is treated as a dividend, so further we have to continue division. The remainder is considered as a divisor and divisor is considered as dividend. This is little confusing, right? We will take up example, then you will really understand it. The third step involved is, divide the first divisor by the first remainder. Fourth step involved is, divide the second divisor by the second remainder. Fifth step involved is, we will continue this process till the remainder becomes 0. What if the remainder becomes 0? The divisor which doesn't leave the remainder is which leaves the remainder as 0 will be considered as the highest common factor. It is little difficult to understand. Let me take some example so that you will realize how to find the highest common factor or the greatest common divisor by using division method. Let me take up an example. find the highest common factor of 1044 and 1512. I have taken larger number. In such cases, if you are following the first method of finding the factors, then finding the common factors, then searching for highest, it becomes tedious. If you use prime factorization method also, it will not be so convenient. Let us follow division method. In this method, I will divide the greater number from the smaller number. Here the greater number is 1512. So 1512, I am going to divide it by the smaller number 1044. It goes with 1044. Then I need to subtract here. I will be getting 468. Now I have to consider this 468 as divisor, and I have to divide 1044. Please note here, this remainder acts as a divisor, and this particular number, which was the earlier divisor, will become dividend. Very important. And remember, we have to follow this step repeatedly until we get remainder as 0. Now 468 multiplied to 2 times will be nearer to this number, that is 936. Once again you subtract, we'll be getting 108. Now 108 should be considered as divisor. This divisor, I am making that with yellow color highlighter. Then I have to consider 468 as dividend. 468 is dividend. This 468, where did I get? This is the earlier divisor. Alright. Now I have to divide this. It goes with 4 times and we get 432. 432. Now we have to subtract. I'll be getting 36. Now 36 is the divisor and 108 is the dividend. So 36 3 times exactly is 108. We get the remainder 0. Since 36 is the last divisor, therefore the highest common factor of 1044 and 1512 will be 36. Understood now? We have to follow division by taking the smaller number as the divisor. Further, what remainder we get, that acts as a divisor, and the previous divisor will be dividend. We have to further divide it, and this process continues till we get the remainder as 0. Once the remainder is 0, the divisor, when the remainder becomes 0, will become highest common factor or the greatest common divisor. Hope you have understood it now. What if The given numbers are like 84 and 90. Let us find one more question. By division method, let us find the highest common factor of 84 and 90. Let's do that. Before winding up the session, let me choose the ink color as black. I'll write the question here. We will find highest common factor of 84 and 90 by division method. As I had mentioned, we have to identify the smaller number. Smaller number is 84. We have to divide the larger number. 84 one time is 84. It gives 6 as a reminder. We have to divide 84 by 6. Will 6 divide 84? Fourteen 6 are 84. It leaves the remainder 0. The divisor when remainder becomes 0 is 6. Therefore, the highest common factor is 6. Let me revise prime factorization method. You will understand which method is easier. Suppose if 84 is to be divided, 84 goes with 2 42 times, 42 goes with 2 with 21 time, 21 goes with 3 7 times, and 7 goes with 7 with 1 time. Same method will follow for the other number 90. It is divisible by 45, 3 15 times, 3 5 times, 5 1 time. In this 84 we got it as 2 raised to the power 2, 3 raised to the power 1, 7 raised to the power 1, and 90 we got it as 2 multiplied to 3 raised to the power 2 multiplied to 5. Look at the common factors. The common factors are 2 and 3. Now you consider the powers to find the highest common factor. The power, lowest power of 2 is 2 raised to the power 1. 3 raised to the power 1. We get it as 6. Now you decide which method is easier for finding the highest common factor. You will realize that division method. With this, I'll end this session. We shall continue this particular factorization of more than 2 numbers in the next session. Thank you.